Okay, I'm going to read the next part from our read out loud called The Playbook 52 Rules to Aim, Shoot, and Score in the Game Called Life. All right, so we are in the first quarter called Grit. And grit is a noun and it means courage and resolve, strength of character. In 8th grade, I had to do a book report, and I waited, as usual, until the very last minute. My house was pretty much a library, so I grabbed the first slim volume I saw off the shelf in our family room. It was a book about Wilma Rudolph, an Olympic track champion. It took me about an hour to read the book. Her story was remarkable. What I found out about her life changed mine. When she was born, Wilma Rudolph weighed only 4.5 pounds, and she spent the first 11 years of her childhood fighting illnesses such as scarlet fever, whooping cough, double pneumonia, and get this, polio. Polio causes paralysis and has no cure. So, left with only one working leg, Wilma was fitted with a metal leg brace at around age 5. Every week, she and her mom took a Greyhound bus from their small town to Nashville, Tennessee for her physical therapy so that she could learn to walk with her brace. During these trips, Wilma witnessed and experienced the segregation of the Deep South. They always had to ride in the back of the bus, and they couldn't eat in most restaurants. Witnessing racial divides and experiencing her own disability gave Wilma grit and determination that would help her overcome some pretty huge challenges. Often, Wilma would try to remove her leg brace so she could play with like her friends and siblings. By age 11, she finally kicked off that leg brace permanently and began practicing to walk, run, and play ball. It was painful and hard, but she was determined. Her brother set up a basketball hoop in their yard, where she played every chance she got. After years and years of hard work and sheer willpower, she could not only walk well, but she could run faster than most kids. She became a star basketball player at her school, where Coach C.C. Gray gave her the nickname Skeeter, because she was so fast. Imagine that. A girl who walked in special shoes with a leg brace for years was now given a nickname because of her speed. Wilma became an all-star basketball player, setting the state record of 49 points in a single game. She was gifted, so gifted that word soon reached Ed Temple, track coach at Tennessee State University, who recruited her to start training with his team. Surprisingly, she qualified for the 1956 Olympic Games in Melbourne, Australia, where she became the youngest member of the U.S. track team at just 16 years old. She flew home with a bronze medal. After high school, Wilma went to Tennessee State, where she studied education and trained for the next Olympic Games. Within 4 years, she was back at the Olympics, this time in Rome, Italy, where she set world records in the 100-meter dash, 200-meter dash, and the 100-meter relay. The Olympics were a huge success and a game changer for Wilma, as she became the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in a single Olympics. She was so soon known as the world's fastest woman. She was later inducted into the U.S. Olympic Hall of Fame and founded the Wilma Rudolph Foundation to help inspire and encourage amateur athletes. Not bad for a girl whose doctor said she would always have trouble walking. When I presented my book report to the class, I ended by saying that we all face challenges and defeats in our life. But if you are self-determined and committed to putting in the work, you can bounce back like Wilma Rudolph did. I got an A+ on the report, but more important, I realized that if she could overcome a paralyzed leg and become a track star, then I could work hard and excel in whatever sport I chose, and perhaps in life. Okay, so after listening to this story about Wilma Rudolph, your discussion question is, how did Wilma Rudolph show grit. Okay, so if you need to rewind and go back to find evidence in the text, please do so to answer your discussion question on Canvas.